You're listening to World Football on the BBC World Service with me, Alan Green. Now to Portugal, where last weekend there was extra spice in the Lisbon derby. The Sporting Lisbon coach, Jorge Jesus, joined the club in July. It was a shock move considering he had spent 6 seasons in charge of fierce cross-city rivals Benfica. Jesus had led Benfica to back-to-back league titles before deciding to jump ship and join his boyhood club. World Football's Steve Crossman spent the weekend in Lisbon for a match which divided the city.
I'm sorry, sir.
Is Mr. Steve the BBC?
Tomorrow, Benfica against Sporting. I am from Sporting. Me too. And him.
And me too.
And my cats and my dogs and my daughter.
A warm welcome for me, so here's one for you. Welcome to a fado restaurant in Lisbon's oldest district of Alfama. It's a style of song that many call the Portuguese blues. Just don't tell the professionals that.
Fado is life. Portuguese blues. No. Love, hate, jealous.
Sound familiar, Benfica fans? Fado singer Duarte could easily be describing the emotions stirred up by Jorge Jesus and his defection. His move shocked everyone, except that is for the man who pulled off his signing, Sporting's president, Bruno de Carvalho.
José Mourinho is a wonderful coach. Jorge, it is an amazing coach, like Messi and Ronaldo. They are the greatest. I said 2 or 3 times we are soulmates. It is, for me, it's amazing because he's thinking about work 24 hours a day. He wants everybody to be 100% perfect 24 hours a day. Very good, because it's the same.
If you and George are soulmates, does that mean that you finish each other's sentences? Or?
I believe we can. Our sentences, it's very easy to finish because every time it's winning. So now the day is very sunny and now we're winning. Sometimes we are not soulmates because one say winning and other say champion. So I didn't listen your mind today.
Well, the PA announcer here inside the Estadio de Luz is reading through the Sporting team for today. He's about to get to the name of their manager.
If you try to talk with a person that it's going to be next to you, you can't talk because it's going to be an amazing whistles that shows respect from the work from Jorge Jesus. As more whistles he has, more respect the people has for their work.
Well, if former Benfica player Diogo Luis is right, then really they must respect him quite a lot. Diogo actually played under Jose Mourinho at Benfica, and unlike Bruno, he doesn't think the two men belong in the same sentence.
Jose Mourinho it's to level up, because Jose Mourinho win everything in Portugal, win everything in Italy, win everything in England. Jorge Jesus has 3 championships in Portugal, but he has never made good jobs in Champions League, for example. And Jose Mourinho is a specialist in Champions League. So for Jorge Jesus to catch up Mourinho, he has to go outside to another competition league like England, like Spain, and to prove himself capable of reaching the good results of make history as Jose Mourinho.
The whistles are now replaced by a rousing rendition of the Benfica anthem. They sing it pretty well, don't they? But I've heard it sung better once this week by someone who deals with this derby every single day. This is a fixture that divides fans, but for some people, families too. Hey, how about that?
Standing ovation to Miss Lara Afonso.
This is the home of Lara Afonso and Paulo Fernandes. Lara sings many of Benfica's songs for their official albums. Paulo is a presenter on Sporting TV. Put fans of the two clubs in a room, they will argue like a married couple, which in this case makes sense. because they are a married couple.
Benfica had 1 year to renew the contract with Jorge Jesus because they knew the contract was ending in June.
Well, I don't
They
know
had an
because
year.
I wasn't there.
No, it was a fact. It's a fact.
No, it's not a fact.
It's a fact.
It's not a fact.
It's in the
it takes
newspapers.
two to tango. Okay, Jorge Jesus did a great job in Portugal, in Benfica, in Portugal.
You know what? Let's leave them to it, shall we? But we shouldn't forget that although it might be in this household, this is in no way a friendly rivalry. I've come to Sporting Stadium to meet José, a member of one of Sporting's 4 ultras groups.
This is our life, you know. Everything we do, everything we breathe, Sporting. Whoever isn't Sporting, it's not your friend, and that's it. This is just a warm-up for Sunday. What you're seeing and hearing times 10. I'm gonna say without a doubt that this is the biggest derby in the last 50 years, maybe. It's the game. It's not just a game. You're gonna see an incredible show coming from the visitor stand.
3-0 to Sporting in the first half. Brian Ruiz has just scored. Bruno's down on the bench with his manager, Jorge Jesus. He's high-fiving him. The technical area is full of litter that's been thrown at the former Benfica boss. He's keeping pretty calm about that and the scoreline, but inside he must be on fire.
The way we played was sufficient to win by 3 goals. It's easy to make manager Rui Vitória feel small now, but I'm not going to, out of respect.
Hi, George. Steve from the BBC. Bruno tells me that he believes you to be a great, truly great manager. Do you agree?
When the Sporting president invited me to be the manager, it was because he believed, no, he believes, that I can return to Sporting the identity that the club always had as a great team in Portugal. We are doing super well. I'm grateful to the president for the confidence he's shown in me.
The Jorge Jesus Sporting song is just begun.
Fado literally means fate. George and Bruno may well have come together at a perfect time. Is there a sense of destiny about the first season together of Sporting's soulmates? Well, you won't find many in green and white who say no.
World Football's Steve Crossman reporting from Lisbon.